If you're fat when you put on the clothes, you're still fat when you wear the clothes. If you like, be wearing black every single day as if you're attending a funeral every day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zogi and I'm a Gemini, which is why this channel is called Zogi the Gemini. So today I am back with another 12 days with Zogi. You guys should know by now I have been dropping videos on a daily basis. You guys should know by now, or watched by now, that I've been dropping videos every single day. These ranging from get ready with me, story times, hauls and vlogs, the whole shebang. Today is another year, so is another manifesto. I sit here today and I am going to talk about things that fat girls need to leave in 2022. And when I say leave, I mean I don't want to see it in 2023. I don't want to see the occurrence in 2023. I don't want to see anything that resembles some traits that we do or we have currently, or kind of thoughts that we have, most of the thoughts we have in 2022. But 2022 is when we drop it. 2022 is when it comes to an end. 2022 is when it comes to a standstill. Anyways, if you are interested in hearing these tips, then make sure you stay tuned. And because I know that you was taught respect and manners, I know you already know that you need to like, comment, let me know what you think, whether you think I'm trying rubbish or not. Comment and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So last year, as you guys may know, I done a things that fat girls should leave in 2021, and this idea stemmed from just things that I saw on social media. Me myself, do you get what I mean? I'm including myself when I talk about this. Normally this time of the year people do the whole things people need to leave in 2021 or whatever year it is, and whilst that is still relevant, and whilst I can still do a separate video talking about general things that I feel like needs to be left behind, because I already know the group I belong to, so the plus size community or the big girl, that whatever, the fluffy them, whatever you want to position it as or refer to it as, because I already know we're niche and they're things that, you know, kind of affect us all, but to different degrees. That's why I was like, no, I need to do this video for my sisters. I need to do the video for my people, because there's certain things, and as I said both last year, this year, there's certain things that I need to drop, I still need to drop, and I feel like I've seen a pattern of it. So let's get into the first thing. The first thing I need you to do, even if you're big or you're not big, is root your confidence from within. Don't let your confidence be solely based on your parents and how you look, or your size more so. Not even just your parents, your size. Because what I've noticed here is that no matter what size you are, and I can say this confidently, no matter what size you are, if you have not kind of like tackled or are not tackling the inner demons, regardless of how you look outwardly, you are never going to be fully confident in yourself. You're always going to have these doubts. And the reason why I say this here is because in terms of what we see in the mirror, what we see in the mirror is very much dictated on what we think in our head, and that's where body dysmorphia comes from. Like, someone could be a size 10 or 12, what they see in the mirror resembles someone that's like a size 30 or 32. They genuinely feel like they are severely out of shape, that they're really big. That's because your brain dictates what you visually see. And the other side of body dysmorphia, which I've said to you guys before, I personally believe that I have, is when you look in the mirror and you see a slimmer person. And I've said it before, I actually have that type of body dysmorphia, and it's only God that will deliver me, because I know I'm obese. 100%. I know I'm morbidly obese, but when I look at myself in the mirror, even if I lose 2 kg, I'm like, wow, I'm skinny. And that's, even though I joke about it, is actually serious condition. But nonetheless, what you see outwardly is very much based off what you feel within inside. So regardless of whether you're bigger or whether you're slimmer, if you haven't tried to build your confidence from within inside and build your confidence on you, and I know it's hard to do, yeah, but build your confidence on multiple things because of how intellectual you are, because of how charismatic you are, because of how driven you are, because how much of you're a loyal person and how much tenacity you have within you. You need to realize, yeah, you're a package. And I feel like a lot of us plus size girls, we just see ourselves as a singular thing. So we just define ourselves based off our size. So we just say we're big and that means we're undesirable, we're this, we're that, we're this, we're that. But you have to realize every single human being is a package. Package is not a single entity, it's a combination of different things that come together that formulates a package. And that is what we are as human beings. I've made multiple videos about me being big, but I've said in all those videos that I am more than just a fat girl. I'm more than just a black girl. I'm more than just a tall girl. I'm more than just a Nigerian girl. I'm more than just a dark-skinned girl. That's not to say that that's not a piece of me, that's not an element of who I am, but that is not just who I am. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's where we need to do better a lot of times, and it's really based on how society makes us feel. A woman can be so well driven, so talented, but Lizzo is the perfect example. Lizzo is playing the flute and shaking a nyash on the stage. Lizzo's doing 10-15 part choreography, yeah. She's playing things on the stage. She's doing a madness in terms of performance and just her career in general. But at the end of the day, what do they try and strip her down to? And what do they want to just use one? They just want to use one label to tag her. That's the fat musician, the big musician, the musician that needs to lose weight. So because society is doing it to us already, society is pushing us into a corner. Society saying that we should not have, there should be nothing else interesting about us other than our size. That's the only thing that if you talk about this person, that's the only thing you should talk about, their size, and because they're in a bigger size. If society is doing it to us, we can't do it to ourselves. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's where real confidence comes from. And that's how I've built my confidence over the years. I have realized, yeah, I am a whole package, bruv. You're getting the whole jam table and the table in the back garden and my neighbor's garden too. You're getting the whole package. You can't just boil yourself down to just one thing and say, I'm this, that, just because I'm fat. End of the day, yeah, this is not me saying, oh, you should definitely stay fat or you should lose weight. You do what's best for you. Don't let anyone pressure you to do anything. If you make a decision to change your life, if you want to see a better version of yourself, let the decision be yours. But I feel like you can only ever decide what you want to do, how you want to change your health or how you want to change your life is when you start accepting yourself from within, when you start building on that inner confidence. Because when you are in a situated place, when you are in a place of calmness, that's when you're just like, I want to make these changes, but I don't want to make these changes because my auntie's been telling me to do this for however many years, or my brother, or my sister, or my mom, or my neighbor. I'm doing this because I love myself enough. I want to see a better quality of life for myself, and that is why I'm making these changes. Not because one idiot said, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, because I've accepted myself and I love myself enough to want to make the changes for myself. And that is why you cannot just base your confidence on your outward appearance, because no matter how you look, whether you're slim or big, if you have not fixed the mentality behind it, if you don't have love for who you are as an individual, no matter what size you are, I promise you, you are never going to accept yourself because you don't accept yourself from within. So how the hell are you going to accept whatever weight or size or your body? Do you know what I mean? So, guys, we need to do better. Society's already saying this, that. We put that to the side. we focus on ourselves, we heal ourselves from past trauma, we understand that there's changes that we need to make, or if there's not changes that we need to make, we understand and accept ourselves, and that will dictate whether we make a change or we don't make a change. But what I do know is if we make a change, it's for us, not because we've been pressured or bullied into it. Anyway, that's the first point. Now let me move on to the second point. Now this second point, I don't even want to talk about it too much. I don't want to chat about it too much because I don't want to give too much praise. I don't want to talk about the opposite sex for too much. But this is something for me personally, that men are mad no matter what size you are. Men are mad no matter what size you are. Men are mad no matter what size you are. And I said in a video like way back when, yeah, I had this whole notion of, okay, I will only be treated in a certain type of way by men because I'm big. Do you know what I mean? Society has dictated that if you date a bigger girl, that you're basically a god and you're doing her, that you're doing me the favor. You're doing me the favor by entertaining me or taking an interest. But nonetheless, that's how some guys move, and that's the mentality that some guys have, that by dating a bigger girl, you're really and truly doing her the favor. Yeah, so that's the mentality I had before. So whilst it wasn't a case where I just accepted anything, God forbid, do you know what I mean? Not with the mum I have, not with the resilience that she's put in me, that she's installed into me. I'm not accepting just anything. But I did have that in the back of my mind, and it did kind of shape how I viewed relationship and men altogether. But I feel like my channel actually really helped, and just social media, and even just talking to my friends more this year, I realized that a man will do a madness even if you're the slimmest girl, even if you're the most prettiest girl, if you're the fattest girl, if you're shortest girl, if you're the tallest girl. I feel personally, yeah, some men just like to pick on a weakness or an insecurity of the woman, and they will use that to their advantage, so that the women never truly realize their value and how much they are worth. Do you know what I mean? They never really realize their self-worth, because the guy kind of knows that they're insecure about it. It could even be something here that is not even body related. It could literally be like you not having a father figure. It could be you not really having family. Do you know what I mean? It could be multiple things, but I just feel like some, because majority, but some will pick something that they know you're insecure about and use it to their advantage. And I will be naive to say that obviously some of them won't use your size, because that's like an obvious and easy way of doing things. But now I realize, and now that I've deeped, if you believe that you deserve a certain type of quality of man, or a certain type of just a certain type of guy, just based off you being larger on the scales, then my sister, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. You are literally feeding into the stereotype. You are feeding into all of the things that you are feeding into the wrong narrative. Now I'm going to challenge you to do something. I'm going to challenge you to realize that end of the day, someone will be lucky to have you, regardless if you're 30 stones, regardless if you're 20 stones, and regardless if you're 8 stones. You have more to you than just your how big you are. Do you know what I mean? The face card will always be valid. Listen, don't get me mad. Don't let me start breaking down as to how you are a full package. Do you know what I mean? Don't let me start naming things so these people will now be crying like, how can you say a big girl card? Don't let me get started. End of the day, yeah, don't think just because you are bigger you deserve a certain type of quality, or you can't have standards, because we already know, both on the internet and real life, people generally believe in their hearts of hearts that if you are bigger, you should accept any quality of man. Bearing in mind though, remember I spoke about the whole package, and you being big is part of the package, but you have a number of other qualities of you. So they've now used just one quality, yeah, one in which you can change, because you can gain weight or lose weight, and say because you are there, because you possess this quality of being bigger, you deserve bottom barrel. You deserve the worst of the worst. The joblessness of the joblessness. The smelly of the smelly. The unserious, undriven, unmotivated nuisance. That's what you deserve because you're bigger. Listen, regardless of anything, slimmer girls will go with a guy that's unserious. A bigger girl will go with a guy that's unserious. It's all about you and your standards and what you are willing to accept. Don't believe just because you are bigger you have to accept a low quality. You have to accept just anyone, yeah? Because at the end of the day, regardless of how you look, regardless of anything, if a guy wants to shag you, if a guy wants to not take you serious, if a guy wants to waste your time, he will waste your time. If your guy just wants to use you, even if you're pretty, even if he's just using you based off you being pretty, or if he's just using you based off your body type, if a guy wants to use you, he will use you. And I'm going to leave it at that and then go on to my third point. So with my third point, I spoke about this last year, but I can see still a problem. I can see still an issue. So I'm going to talk about it again this year. Whatever you wear, wherever you go, if you're fat when you leave your house, you're fat wherever you go. If you're fat when you put on the clothes, you're still fat when you wear the clothes. If you like, be wearing black every single day as if you're attending a funeral every day. If you like, when you enter a room, just sit in a corner, try and, hide and be hidden, because if you're hidden, people won't realize your size, or they won't realize you're there, boom, boom, bam. Or continue to wear black because if you wear white, or if you wear green, or you even if you wear your favorite color, that's red and the bright colors, continue to say winter is the time for you to shine. Winter is when you're gonna slay, because summer you don't know, Continue to say that regardless of anything, my sister, you are still fat. And I say this to say, no matter what you try to distinguish, no matter what type of tool you use to distinguish, whether you wear all black or whether you sit in one corner, when you know full well you want to participate, but you're holding yourself back because of your size, no matter, regardless of anything, let's say if you go to a beach and you have a towel, you're just covering yourself, you cover your whole body with just a towel, you just know they can't see nothing cover you, because you're like, okay, if I don't show any bits of me, that means that, they won't realize my size. They still realize your size. Regardless of anything, what we need to realize here, people are always going to have something to say. No matter how we look, what we wear, people are going to have something to say. They can say it's too long, it's too short, it's too big, it's too small. Regardless of anything, they are going to have something to say. So this point is, no matter how much you try and hide, yeah, you are still who you are. So do you want to live a life where you are who you are, you're big, point blank, yeah, but you've now restricted yourself so much so that you're not really living life, you're just alive. Do you know what I mean? You're alive, you're just you're not really living your life, you're just alive, you're just like merrily existing. Do you want to continue do that? Continue being the backgrounds when you know damn well you was destined to be at the front. When when you put that sexy skirt, yeah, when you put that good two-piece on, it's a shutdown. But you don't want to put that on. You want to wear oversized clothing, yeah? You're size 20. You're wearing 26 jumpers because you want it to be oversized. Regardless of how much you try and distinguish, or you try and make yourself hidden, or you don't want anyone to see you, you are still who you are. And this is not for me to say stay fat or lose weight. This is me to say that no matter what, you can't hide who you are, because people are going to see who you are. Some people are going to try and use it and try and project onto you. And that's one thing that will never stop happening. Some people, because of their insecurities, because even though they're in like the desired size or they don't feel, remember, alluded to my first point, in their head they're not mentally just fully there. They haven't found that inner confidence. So when they see someone that they know by society standards, this type of person should not be confident, this person shouldn't be outspoken, they are going to use all of the energy instead of them to go and be going to a therapist, instead of them to speak to the Lord High God. Instead of them to speak to their family or friends or their parents and actually work out why they are, how they are, and how to improve, they're going to take all that insecurity and push it on you. So if you're big and you're looking for the validation of others, more time you're not going to get it. Like me being on YouTube, yeah, if I was looking or waiting for people to say, yeah, Zoki, we accept you, boom, boom, bam, I'm going to be waiting forever, because I know full well people are always going to project. People are always going to look at me and say, this girl should not be as confident as she is. Based off how she looks physically, she should be quiet. She should not be on the internet. She shouldn't talk about certain things. But do you think in your hearts of hearts that if people were to comment, oh, Zogi, you shouldn't wear this, or you shouldn't say this, do you honestly believe, if you've watched at least 5 videos of mine, do you honestly believe that's going to stop me? Do you honestly believe that people's comments or people's thoughts or people trying to put their projection onto me, do you honestly think that I'll now say, no, I don't want to do it no more, I'm going to stop, or I'm not going to talk about certain things, or I'm not going to wear certain things? I will never. And I need you to have that same type of attitude. Regardless of anything, how you are is how you are. And people are always going to have something to say about it. Do you listen to them and then live a low quality of life? You don't go anywhere, you wear black all the time, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to do any activity, you're too scared to do this, you're too scared to do that? Or do you say, do you know what? I love who I am. If I need to make changes, I'm going to make it for myself. All these people that are trying to project their insecurities on me, I know full well there is between them and their maker. These insecurities, they need to address it with the Lord High Savior, the Lord High God, or a therapist at that. I'm not going to use their opinions on how I should live my life, what I should wear, where I should go, what I should do. I'm not going to let that dictate, because they haven't figured out their own life. Talk less of me. Do you get what I mean? I'm going to figure out what's best for me, and I'm going to do exactly that. And on that note, I'm going to leave you guys with that. These are 3 things that need to be left in 2022. I don't want to see that, especially my second point. No, especially everything actually. All 3 points. These are mentalities that we need to get rid of. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of the situation, people are always going to have something to say. No matter, even if you're, like, let's say for example, I said I'm going to finish, but this last example. Jennifer Hudson and Adele, right? Both of them were bigger before. They lost weight. People are saying lose weight, lose weight, lose weight to both Jennifer Hudson and both to Adele. Now, I remember, no, both of them, when they now lost the weight, the same people that bullied them to lose weight were like, something ain't right, something ain't right. Then they'll be like, they suited being big. They suited being big. Even when Lizzo was losing weight at one point, people are like, she's losing too much weight. But these are the same people in the comments bullying these people. These are the same people that were opinionated. And then when these people then become the size, the desirable size that you have bullied them into, you're now saying that they're suited being big. Can you see, like, it's not a win-win situation. People are mad. And it's not us that are going to join them in their madness. As I said, who do they need to speak to? The Lord High God, a therapist, or a family member. All in all, it has nothing to do with you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know what you think down below. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. If you're a hater, let me know. If you support me, let me know. I want to hear from all of you guys. It's all inclusive. It's an all-inclusive package. Anyway, thank you so much for watching another video from 12 Days of Zoki. You already know tomorrow I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back and better. So make sure you put your post notification on so you know exactly when that video has been dropped. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.